right, well, I'm in the car with my friend John. So John owns a GTE, and the story is, which I laugh all the time, because he guys to buy these cars, and he hasn't driven a GTE yet.
Never.
I mean, now admittedly, you have an excuse. Your car is being restored, and you've had it for a while. But I want John to drive. This is not a GTE. This is a 330 America. But I got to get John to drive this car just to see. And I love sharing it with people because I want to see this first reaction. So you're going to come with me and watch John drive, you know, an old Ferrari. He's driven new ones, but this will be the first one where it's old. So we're going to take this car down the road a little bit and give John a chance to get behind the wheel. So, but you had your car for how long? How long have you had it?
So we're 10 years now. It was one of the proverbial barn finds in the area. Nobody knew it was there. Hadn't been on the road since 1971. It is 2457. It's a Series 1 250 GTE. And we are in the finishing touches of all the metal work. All the body is done. It's going for paint this spring, and then the reassembly starts.
The process, and people have accused me of putting a car together where it's like I enjoy working on it more than I do driving it. But ultimately, I find guys that buy these cars, and I say to them, well, have you driven an old Ferrari yet? And they're like, no. Where would I get a chance to drive an old Ferrari? And I'm like, well, how do you know you're gonna like it? You know, and sometimes it's like I want them to drive these cars. I say, well, let's go out and take this car out for a drive and experience it. Usually, they have a good time. I hope you have a good time.
I'm sure.
But it's always fun to experience it, because I remember my first drive, and I think, you know, what more fun is it to have somebody, like, hopefully you'll remember this drive, and it's like to be part of it is just, you know, it's a lot of fun. All right, here we go.
Okay.
So parking brake, you got there.
Sure. All right, so first time driving
Here we go.
a vintage Ferrari.
Let's see what happens. So we'll make this right.
Ooh, that steering wheel is big.
Yep. So it's just a 4-speed H pattern,
Right?
and then your overdrive is 5th, which is once you're in 4th, then you click the switch. We might not get into 5th gear at all.
That steering wheel is like driving a bus.
Yeah, it's the old steering wheels are big, so they took over that mechanical advantage of not having power steering.
God, it feels so good in the hand, though.
The difference with this car compared to yours is this is a 4-liter engine compared to your 3-liter engine.
Yep.
So what ends up happening is, like, right now we're at 2,500 RPM, and a 3-liter engine will tend to feel like it's just not on cam because it's a smaller engine.
Yep.
So you always feel like you're kind of down in a gear. But with this bigger engine, in 25, it'll pull. Like if you're in 4th gear and we're only puttering along at, let's say, 45 miles an hour, you could lay into the gas and it'll easily pull away.
Yeah.
On a GTE, a lot of times I'll just feel like I need a blip down, you know, one gear, and then I got the power back again.
Gotcha.
But what's fun about the 250s is that they rev faster. So this engine has a bigger crank. It's a lot more rotating mass, so it tends to feel like a torquey engine. And although it does still spin up to 6,000 RPM, the 250 engine just loves the free rev. It revs a lot better.
So again, my experience on the vintage side of things, back in the day, back when I was young, coming out of high school and whatnot, 1970 Dodge Chargers,
Yep.
so 383s and 440s.
Right.
So in comparison to when we're talking about 3 and 4 liter engines, we were talking about 6 and 7 liter
Right.
engines back in the day.
Right.
Chevy K5 Blazer with a big block 454.
Yep.
No revving, obviously all torque, and no finesse. It was just what I like to refer to as brute force and ignorance.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just throw horsepower at it and that'll fix everything.
Yep.
Through cubic inches.
Yep.
So that's my experience. Everything else since then has been newer, and certainly not vintage. So this is a real treat, being able to pre-drive my car prior to final assembly and actually putting it on the road.
Yeah. No, it's something to look forward to. Like, this is you're getting close.
Yeah.
You know, it gives you the inspiration to go home and light the fire, right?
Man, I'll say. Yeah, this is probably going to be a terrible video for your viewers. Perfect roads, sunshine.
No, it's beautiful. It's great. I mean, it's a good. Like I said, it's like, yeah, I want, because I know people will remember their first drive.
Well, I'll certainly remember this.
And that sound, right?
So good. Well, and if we're talking about experiences and whatnot, shifting this car, this gate is so tight. So the only other car I had as a 4-speed, again, vintage back in the day, was one of the Chargers, and it was a pistol grip 4-speed.
Yeah.
And the shifter arm itself was about 3 feet long. It was like shifting a telephone pole.
Yeah.
And it was all play, and it was basically just, kind of aim and hope for the best.
Right.
This is really tight.
Yeah. I mean, the way Ferrari designed these shifters, people describe it like a rifle bolt. It definitely has a bolt action to make a right down here, stuff like, and then you're going to make an immediate short right after that. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of play in there, and
there's no play in here.
As you're rebuilding your engine, we'll make sure that you have the right stuff in there to make sure that you have the same feel. So right now we're doing about 60, 62 miles an hour. I mean, it doesn't feel, it's not stress at all. It just wants to run, when you put it in 5th gear, it kind of likes to sit around 75, 80 miles an hour.
Well, that was fantastic.
Just kill that right there. So what did you think?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
First time driving that road, obviously first time in a vintage Ferrari. Very, very, very visceral. Everything was crisp. The steering wheel, surprisingly, thin and elegant.
Yeah.
Didn't take long to get used to. Like you said, getting on the gas a little bit, the car hunkers down, sits down a little bit, and really pushes through. Phenomenal day.
No, that's great. No, I'm glad.
Thank you, Tom.
No, absolutely. That was a lot of fun.
That was excellent.
I always love to see the perspective of someone who's ever done it. Especially as you got your car, you're ready to go. It's like now you have a taste of what it's going to be like, and I can't wait for you to get your car and you get to drive it, your car for the first time. So it'll be a lot of fun. Well, thanks for humoring me.
Well, thank you for allowing me to do this. This was absolutely fantastic.
Glad you were able to come over and do it. So, yeah, cool. Fun stuff.
Wonderful. Excellent.
Thanks, John.